I ran 100 kilometers in under 15 hours. And to be honest, I regret it. And here's the reasons why. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still proud of this achievement and it was something that I never thought that I would be able to do. But reflecting on it and looking back, it wasn't worth it. So let's get into reason one, which was that I was looking at the wrong kind of discipline. 3 years ago, I had a very weak mindset, a victim mindset. I let the world happen to me and just thought there was nothing I could do to change any negative situation that occurred in my life. Running helped me break free from that. Running gave me an avenue to challenge myself and start to develop a stronger mindset. Last year, I did the Run the Date challenge, which is where you run 1 mile for the date. So 1st of March was 1 mile, 2nd of March was 2 miles, and on and on and on. So in the last 6 days, I did 6 marathons, 30 miles on the 30th, 31 miles on the 31st. And then in August, I did the David Goggins 4x4x48 challenge, which was 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours. So I'd already proven to myself last year that I can push through pain and discomfort. And I thought the next logical step to challenge myself was to do a proper ultra marathon, 100 kilometers. I convinced myself that it was another way to test my limits. But the truth is, this wasn't the challenge that I needed. I'd already built that discipline in running and I enjoy running. It's not that hard for me to go out and do a 5k or a 10k. So I didn't need discipline in that area of my life. I did need it in building a YouTube channel and sitting down and focusing on the work that I've got to do, that I want to do. This is a much bigger challenge for me and something that I do put off and procrastinate on. Sitting down to read every day, something that I don't do. Creating, thinking of ideas, that's not something that I'm very good at doing all the time. Running, I'll run most days, that's fine. I didn't need to build the discipline in that area. I needed to build it in building this YouTube channel. So instead of putting my effort into training and my running, I should have been applying it to this area. I'd identified the wrong problem and just carried on building discipline in an area that I was fairly comfortable in doing it in. And you might think that the discipline that I built from running would transfer to this, but it hasn't. Running is comfortable for me now, although the 100k wasn't comfortable, that was hell on earth. But it's a different type of discomfort. Sitting down and having deep work, not being distracted, not talking to people, not being on your phone is a completely different type of discomfort to the one of trying to build your fitness up and dealing with physical pain. So I wasn't accustomed, I wasn't trained, I wasn't prepared for the actual area that I need discipline in. Reason number 2 is that it wasn't worth the cost. And here's what this run cost me. Weeks of training. Shin splints twice during that training period. How ill I felt after, my body going into shock and not being able to move. A hip injury that I still have a month and a half later and doesn't look like it's going away anytime soon. And I've put on a lot of weight since then because I can't run or move. Yeah, I finished the run and I'm proud of it. Not many people can say they've done a 100-kilometer run and it wasn't even an official race. It was one that I just did myself with my family as a support crew. But it wasn't worth the cost. Now the weather's getting nicer, I'm doing 75 hard and I can't go out for a run. I can't go out and do the one form of exercise that I really love to do and I enjoy doing. When I'm stressed or when I'm anxious or when I'm nervous, I go and send a 5k run and it helps alleviate all of that negative energy. And you might be thinking, why don't you do a cycle? Well, I can't do that either because my hip hurts during that as well. Now I am doing rehab for my hip, but it's going to take longer to come back from that injury. The achievement of running 100k is not worth the cost of now not being able to go out and do one thing that I love to do. And looking back, my favourite time in running wasn't even any of these extreme challenges. It was in 2023 when I started and I set myself the target of 1,000 kilometres for the year, and it was running 20 kilometres a week. Going out and doing a steady 5k or 8k or whatever I had to do that week to make it up to 20, and occasionally pushing myself to go faster, is the happiest I ever was while running. And that was because I hadn't turned it into a job, I hadn't turned it into a chore. Now, I've done that with these challenges and with this 100k, and it wasn't worth it. Pushing myself within the thing that I love doing has actually cost me doing the thing that I love doing. And reason number 3 is there was no real why. There was no real reason behind doing it. I just did it because I thought I had to do it. Back in March, I was raising money for charity. So I was posting videos every day and people were donating, and that was a good dopamine hit for me. And getting views and comments and everybody encouraging me, that was a good feeling to have. Not necessarily doing the runs, but the thing that was coming from doing the runs was what made me feel good about it. I thought running 100 kilometers would make a good YouTube video, one that I've filmed but haven't released because I don't like it, and yet now I'm making a video on it, so I'm still doing it. I thought it'd impress people and people would think it was mental, give me credibility within the self-improvement place. And maybe it has, because I have done something not many people do, but that isn't the reason that you should be doing a challenge like that. Yes, I've learned from this experience. Yes, I have a cool story to tell, but if I'm honest, I did it because on social media, you see loads of people telling you, you need to push yourself. Need to get up at 4:30 in the morning and go do a workout before everybody else wakes up. We need to suffer, we need to push our limits, we need to break our mindset down. Yeah, that's beneficial, and I did do that with some challenges, but I don't think doing that for the sake of it has actually helped me at all. I was disciplined in doing 100 kilometers, and then I've put on weight since and ate like crap. I mean, back in March, I did 30 miles on a Saturday and 31 on a Sunday. So I did just under 100k over 2 days. Doing 100k in one day, yes, I'm really proud of it and it was a great achievement, but it didn't prove anything new to me. Pushing yourself in the wrong direction doesn't make you stronger. It just moves you further away from the thing that you want to get to. If I hadn't have done the run, I'd have more time to spend on this channel. I'd still be able to go out and run now in terms of getting fitter, and maybe I'd be in a better place. But then also, maybe I wouldn't, because this run has given me that time to reflect and I've gained the experience from it. So it's just a matter of trade-offs. But if you're going to do something and push yourself, make sure you have a real reason behind it and you're not just doing it because social media's told you to. If you did enjoy this video, then why not actually check out one of those challenges and click here to watch my documentation of the 4x4 by 48 challenge. But other than that, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.